everyone. Welcome to the Warhammer Meta Chasers. This is your weekly live tournament rundown show of the biggest and best events for Warhammer 40,000 coming up all over the world. We're going to rewind and look at an event from last weekend. So we're talking about the biggest and best events that happened last weekend and some stuff looking forward to the future. My name is Paul Murphy. I'm joined by Dustin Henshaw.
Hello, everybody. I'm really glad you explained that sound effect.
I'm a mess. And Adam Camilleri.
G'day, everyone. Yes, unfortunately, I went to go and do the show this week, and there's only one event of the 5 or 6 that are above like that 80-player threshold that have their lists unlocked. Naturally, with the FAQ just coming out, I think TOs are giving their players until the last absolute second to get their lists in. Yep. But due to that, we didn't really have anything to scrape for data for the week coming up. So we're looking at the week that was, and it was a hell of a week.
A whole lot of 40K. Hey, and we were there for some of that.
You were indeed. Paul and I were there.
I didn't realize.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't realize?
Oh, no, no idea.
Oh, sure.
I had no idea.
No idea, mate.
No.
I'm going to start calling you Justin Henshaw just to piss you off soon.
Justin Henshaw, just to rub it in.
Yeah, Justin who never heard of. Sure. But yes, well, Paul and I both had to.
You're talking about the mogul.
He loses that. I mean, Dustin Henshaw is the mogul. Justin Henry.
Oh, that's fair.
He's nothing. But yes, Paul and I were both at the Tacoma Open. We commentated on every round by the Shadow Round. It was an amazing freaking event. Go and check it out on YouTube.
Technically, we commentated on the Shadow Round as well, just no one was there to see it.
Yeah, you and I were there, just commentating into the ether.
Yeah.
Well, that's a season and a half. Is there like a Patreon people can subscribe to? Like, what the hell?
No, we were just talking to each other.
How dare you?
We don't.
How
stop
dare you commentate without people being able to listen to it? That is unfair.
So the Shadow Round happened in this a separate room, like in the hotel. There was a balcony out on the side, and me and Paul just stood there with a drink and just started commentating. We can't not. As soon as we come into proximity of each other, there's a clock that starts. It just starts ticking down.
And us. There must be analysis done. But it was fun. It was fun times. Yeah. So we are going to be talking about the Tacoma Open, the Edinburgh Super Major, and the Palm Springs Classic. Tacoma Open, I mean, this is a little bit about the event. This is a Games Workshop event, and this is the 5th year they've gone back to Tacoma, and that scene has, and the participation in that event has just been growing and growing and growing until now. This is the largest Games Workshop run specific event of just Warhammer 40,000. There was thousands of people there, but just over 500 people there in the Warhammer 40,000 event.
Yeah, first open of 11th edition as well from Games Workshop. Of course, they brought out their own FAQ just to tidy some things up while they kind of waited for the data from the event to do what feels like they're doing final cog turnings on what was eventually our FAQs and stuff and MFM that came a couple of days ago, which has very much shaken up the game, but hasn't really changed a lot of the data. Would have definitely changed the podium at this event, but it pretty much is what it is. Now, I am doing a couple of different things in our overlay. I'm trying to put the disposition breakdown under the faction breakdown. Naturally, I'm probably going to have to retire this storm chasing slide because it doesn't quite work for the last two hitting that overlay, but I'll clean it up for the next one. But please, any feedback on any of our overlays or any of our slides, let us know if there's a better way we can display it.
I got to give a shout out to Stings by Kingsby, who's a first-time listener and listening from the UK right now in the live chat. And I didn't mention that this is live. We have an awesome live chat community. So thanks for making it in, and also Matt, thanks for welcoming them in as well. Good to see you.
Welcome in. Oh, 2 a.m. too. What a baller! I love it,
dude. Go to bed after the show.
Seriously, after this show, go to bed.
Oh, well, we're going to crown the greatest video game of all time later on in this episode.
Correct.
So,
it's happening.
Correct.
Strap in.
Long time coming.
All right.
We're talking about the slides. Yes, a little busy down there on the thing, but the people listening to the podcast aggregators, they don't see that, so we're good.
That's fair.
All right. Tacoma, 525 players. Tacoma, Washington, USA. 8 rounds, 9 rounds with the Shadow Round. What was there, Dusty?
For the Imperialist Perfection, there were 1 Imperial Agent, 12 Sabal, 22 Custodes, 9 Admech, 21 Astra Militarum, 10 Grey Knights, and 26 Imperial Knights. Space Marines is 44 Adeptus Astartes, 17 Dark Angels, 14 Space Wolves, 17 Blood Angels, 13 Black Templar, and 3 Death Watch. Chaos was 35 Chaos Space Marines, 18 T-Suns, 20 Death Guards, 17 World Leaders, 23 Emperor's Children, 9 Demons, and 14 Chaos Knights. Xenos, there's 32 Necrons, 29 Orcs, 28 Tau, 18 Votan. Hive Mind, there's 33 Tyranids and 8 Gene Stealer Cults. Eldari, there's 8 Drukhari and 17 Eldari, meaning the faction podium is Debs and Astartes topping off 44. Not really surprising. Chaos Space Marines behind them with 35, then Tyranids behind them with 33. Ooh, love that. And then Necrons at 32 and Orcs at 29. The disposition breakdown for this one: Purge the Foe, topping it off. I don't think anybody's surprised about that right now. 154. 125 of them were taken hold. 112 are priority. So taken hold and priority being pretty close in comparison. Then the other two that are kind of the forgotten, but the Reconnaissance at 69 and Disruption at 33. I tried to avoid doing that, Adam, and then you just took it away.
I was ready.
Took it away. You were waiting for you. I saw you twitching. You were twitching. But that's the disposition breakdown. That's pretty much the standard, or at least it was. With the changes now, do you think anything's going to change with these breakdowns in terms of the percentage?
I already thought Purge the Foe's opinion by the community was a little overinflated.
Yeah,
I actually think I preferred priority assets was my number one disposition especially for the vast majority of factions in the game that take a good all-comers list. Everything from AdMech, Space Marines, Adeptus Astartes, CSM, stuff like that. I think priority targets suited that. I need to do a little bit of everything every turn, while not having as much points that your opponent can deny you, which is the problem I had with Purge the Foe. Purge the Foe being, yeah, sure. If I have agency in the game and I can reach out and touch my opponent, Purge the Foe is as good as anything. But if your opponent's canny, or they have very good use of terrain, hiddens, lone ops, stuff like that, all of a sudden you go 2 turns without getting a kill, you're 10 points in the hole, and you got to find a way to dig up and do some crazy stuff to bring it back. Whereas taken hold and priority assets, if you just have a good, solid, foundational game plan, you get like 80% of your possible points on primary and with upside.
Yeah, I feel like priority assets has a lot of armies could play to that mission really well. It's not basic Warhammer, but standard Warhammer. Taken hold is the one that I kind of figure should be at the top, because that's the one that is easiest to build for. If you can build for that and you build it well, it is the easiest one to just score against. Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Do I have positional advantage?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm getting all my points.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not straight up and down, nice and clean.
All right, correct me if I'm wrong.
Sorry,
go ahead.
Paul.
No, you go ahead.
The thing is with taken hold, the second you don't have positional advantage, your points go off a cliff.
Yes.
And you have to play it much more soundly. And unlike previous editions, where like in 9th and 10th edition, if you held the majority of objectives for 3 turns of the game, you had won that game. That game was in the bag. Now players have much more agency that if you held for 3 turns and they clobber you on the back too and get their end of game scoring, they're probably ahead by the end of that. So taken hold demands a little bit more, every single turn maximizing.
Yeah, sure. This game is balanced right now.
The fact that Purge the Foe was a little bit, I don't want to say overrated, but it was because it was the list to beat, so a lot of people took it, and that's what they were playing. And then a lot of people took things to fight into Purge the Foe. And at this event specifically, again, it happened last week, so we have the hindsight. Going into round 6, Purge the Foe was now in 3rd place of the populist list of what was still undefeated at that point in time.
Yes, agreed. And in saying that, let's hit a transition on the slide over to the next one, which does show our top 32 cut. So after 6 rounds of play, this was our top 32, and next to that was the disposition breakdown for that top 32. Dusty, you want to give us it?
Sure. So we had, well, apparently it's beautiful. I guess I should read what's on the prompter there. It's beautiful, everybody. Black Templars, there were 4 of those, 3 Orcs, 3 Legions of Votan, 3 Grey Knights, 3 Gene Stealer Cult. I'm going to say that again. 3 Gene Stealer Cult in the top 32, 2 Adeptus Sororitas, 2 Chaos Space Marines, 2 Custodes, 2 Tyranids, 1 Imperial Knight, 1,000 Sun, 1 Adeptus Astartes, 1 Death Guard, 1 Space Wolf, 1 Emperor's Children, 1 Necron, and 1 Eldari. That is beautiful. Now, the top bracket...
17 of a possible 26 factions represented in the top 32.
That's incredible.
That is beautiful.
It's
incredible.
Fantastic. So,
and a bunch of stuff we wouldn't have thought. Sorry, Dustin.
No, you're right. But let's talk about the bracket dispositions for a second, because I'm curious about this. Taken hold, 10 of them, 10 priority assets, 9 Purge the Foe, which we'll put that the same as taken hold. That's basically
3rd place.
You're right. It is 3rd place by 1. But anyway, then 2 Disruption, 1 Reconnaissance. So,
with the mathematical advantage of how many purges were in the field, it's actually much more significant that they were below the other 2, because they were 30 above above take and hold, and then 40 something above priority assets, and yet they came. Statistically, they came behind the other. Take and hold and priority assets kind of maintained serve on the amount of players they were losing from that disposition, whereas like Purge went off a much bigger cliff when it came to the top 32. I'm very happy that all dispositions made it in the top 32, even with only 2 and 1 for Recon and Disruption. It's still all 5 represented.
Percentage-wise, that's really good still.
Yeah,
that is something. Good. Yeah, the fact there was two disruptions out of what it was 19 total.
So, yeah, it was
total. Yeah, so percentile wise, they did the best easily. But the crazy stats was I think the community agreed upon worst Space Marine chapter, Black Templars, doubled out the rest of the Space Marines put together in this, and four in representation, and a varied list as well. Like there was Ironstorm, there was like triple Repulsor Executioner craziness, so not Land Raider craziness, which we put on stream, which was hilarious.
Yeah, and they won. It's crazy.
They did.
So 4 Black Templar, but then that one Space Wolf list down there in the bottom actually made it to the semifinals in the undefeated, into the top 4 Space Wolf list. Because a lot of Savage Generals planned on trying to fight orcs. Like, how do you fight the Green Tide or orcs or whatever? And turns out a Space Wolf player had an answer.
Yeah, well, everyone was fighting it by taking shot count, by just taking like, I need rerolls to hit and or wound and number of shots. And Space Wolves were like, lol, good for you. That's nice. I got 4 wounds, -1 save, and I'm actually more dynamic than you think you are, because I have like half of the Grey Knight uppy downy rule set for bouncing my guys around from reserve. And so yeah, and also the one Empress Children list as well was went to the semifinals from this. 3 GSC. This is where we lost the GSC. However, I think I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 of them got knocked out after this round because they played in a mirror match. McDougall knocked out one of the other lads, and then Floof went through the top 16 and got knocked out by Grey Knights. But yeah, up until this point, GSC was the most successful faction in the meta at the time. Actually, sorry, apologies. Let me correct that. It might have been Black Templars. No, Black Templars had 13 and had 4 go through. Which is nowhere near 50%. It's a third, give or take. Whereas GSC almost had 50% go through. 8 in representation, 3 made the top bracket. That is incredibly good and bodes very well for GSC moving forward. Outside of that, not a huge surprise to see Orcs and some other things in that top bracket. Votan is a bit of an unsung hero at the moment. Votan is doing so freaking well, because they kind of have it all. It's interesting that they are sitting in a similar disposition spread to Adeptus Astartes, where they can kind of make a fit for purpose for any disposition outside, I think, Disruption. They can play a very good recon game by min-maxing out, like taking a 2nd unit of Jaegers and a 3rd unit of Bikes of Pioneers, or they can go much taller and play take and hold, relying on things like Hearthguard and Land Forts. And then in the middle, they can still play very, very good priority assets. Like, I think priority assets is their best disposition. It only remains to be seen whether they have a strong Purge build, because I do think their Purge builds rely on melee, and it turns out melee Purge builds tend to be the worst Purge builds. I don't know if you guys know this, but essentially when you have to run out and kill them with a unit in melee, and you risk failing charges, you risk reactive moves, you risk minusing to charges, and then even if you do get there and kill them, you're giving up a kill as well for the trade. Your scoring is just kind of tempoing even Stevens with your opponent. You're never really getting ahead unless you can all in the absolute crap out of them and take away their agency.
Yeah, that all makes sense. It's a hard disposition to take when you're full melee. It can work, like you're saying, if you are just completely running over them. So
Empress Children, World Eaters,
for
Blood Angels, stuff
I
like
like it for team builds, because you can make sure you get those matchups that you can run over them. But like you said, if you're running into something that's a lot of reactive moves, that is death note for melee armies a lot of the time.
Yeah, because if you play Purge and you go 2 turns without a kill, and turn 1 that is kind of likely, unless you're like Empress Children where they can't stop you getting a kill turn 1, you kind of at risk of going 2 turns, sometimes even 3 turns without a kill if your opponent is really, really strangling you, and then all of a sudden they're kind of ahead by default, which is a bit scary.
Yep.
All right, want to pick some winners?
Oh no, we got more slides. Next slide, boys. This one is the top 4. Top 4 breakdown, and here we go. In first place, we had Orcs Green Tide / Tactical Brigade playing Take.
I was going to guess Orcs.
Oh well, too bad.
Really?
Too bad.
In second place, we also had Orcs, Cult of Speed, Mordaka, Purge the Foe. That was the last round game. That was the grand final game. 1 freaking point, boys. The Green Tide took it by 1 point, 83-82. Incredible game. Go and watch it.
And that was after the Green Tide basically rolling their behiney off, hitting 10 and 11-inch charges every turn to basically clinch that 1 point.
Yeah, it really shows the strength of a fast go wide disposition. Like if you just have a lot of units and a lot of speed, you can't really get knocked out of the game. And like even Green Tide can't table you quick enough for you to put a score together. Like the fact that undebatably, even by all stats, it was only debatable that Orcs and Thousand Suns were the 2 best statistical armies in the game going into this. And I think because Orcs more often than not were rolling over T-Suns because the Secretary robots just could not handle the Green Tide amount of boys. The fact that like you could get that close, like in a teams event, that's a 10-10 against the best army in the game. That's fantastic. With that army going first and hitting every goddamn charge, like could not have been in a worse position and still managed to get like a 10-10. But anyway, in third place, we had Emperor's Children, Carnival of Excess, Frenzied Host, playing priority assets. I love this. Keeper of Secrets, 40 Demonettes, 2 Defilers, and then 4 very good trading packages. And then the Space Wolves, as we mentioned, Legends of Saga and Song, and Saga of the Great Wolf on Take and Hold. 30 naders, Bjorn sitting on the backfield giving you CP. Arjak, Logan, you'll love to see
out some stout list along the way too, so obviously some good play and good tech choices.
Yeah, exactly right. And it's just interesting. We have Green Tide Orcs in number 1, and then what I think is 2 anti-Green Tide lists made the top 4, because those Space Wolves are anti-Green Tide, and Pamperines Cult of Speed Orcs was also built to win the Orc Mirror. And Green Tide still came up by like the literal skin. The squeakiest of butts came out by 1 point on top. So we had a photo finish, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's nice. It was a good broadcast and good to talk about, see those players play. But it was a great, like the competitive and the hobby side, very, very high at the Tacoma location. So it was really cool to see.
So at this point, Dustin, you're welcome to pick a list from this top 4 for us to unpack.
I get to pick a list? Well,
me and Paul were there.
While you're thinking about it, I want to say what's up to KR and Lilithana, Thara in the chat. Say what's up. Good to see y'all.
I'm mostly curious about Pamperine's list. I love that list.
Let's do it. This list also got like minimal changes. I think this is the natural pivot from Green Tide. It's either this or Freebooter Tactical are the 2 pivots I think people are going to head to post changes. He starts off with a big mech shock attack gun. He's going to be joined to 6 tank busters, a mech, Wazdak guts mech, triple truck, 2 big mech Daka rigs, 18 dev copters, then 2 units of 10 flash gits, 3 units of 10 Gretchen, and 2 kill rigs wrap out the list. And it is Daka for days. The fact that they get like a demon prince in like the form of Wazdaka as well is just a massive X factor.
Fast moving demon prince, 32-inch threat range on that guy.
He's like, lol, I go 20 inches. Dunk, straight lines as well through models, terrain. He doesn't care. Straight lines only. Freaking amazing miniature. The Defcopters naturally pack a huge amount of blast, high strength, high AP, good damage. It's going to be a bit rough on the hit rolls sometimes, but they've got so many quality strats, sustain hits 2, critical 5s, all the other bits. But the freaking flash gits, my god, the damage output of these flash gits is nuts.
That was crazy.
Yeah. You see that unit of 20 boys? Brit, Dacked, dead, gone, out of here.
I think
see you later.
Everyone feels better when the flash gits are good, because everyone wants them to be good. Like you've always wanted them to be good, and they seem to get like brief windows where they're like really great, and then they go back in the box. So I'm hoping they get
good about that. Everybody,
Paul?
Everybody.
If you're getting Daka off the table by dudes in pirate hats and flashy coats,
I like getting
Daka
off the board by 18 Coptas. That I don't mind. That's great. I love those models. So,
and look, anybody complaining about Orcs being like the best army in the game, look back on the 20 years of Warhammer 40k. Has the game ever been that toxic when Orcs have been number 1? Not really. Not really. Not like Eldar, not like Marines, not like Necrons when they're number 1. When Orcs are the best, the game tends to be pretty
aside from 3
fun.
weeks when Daka first came out. That was the only time that it was
toxic. I'll even argue within 10th edition, that wasn't that bad.
Within 10th edition, no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
It was not that bad. Mordaka was absolutely insane.
Oh, Mordaka. I was thinking about there was that time in 9th with the buggies.
Yes, the buggies. Yeah, correct.
But that wasn't even bad. That was just you just had to plan for it. But
yeah. And the thing is, it came out of a meta when everyone was playing into hordes, and then it was like, lol, windmill slam buggies, and it was a bad time. But anyway, that was the Tacoma Open, boys.
Yes,
should I give a point? Do you want me to give 1 point for the Tacoma Open based on our meme picks? Which one came top between GSC, Astartes, and Imperial Knights?
Sure.
Nope. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, fine.
We will not do that then. All right, let's hit Edinburgh.
Because Paul's not getting a point, is he?
Well, if we just win Astartes, I would. I mean, Space Wolves came fourth.
But they're not Astartes, they're Space Wolves.
Not Astartes. Space Wolves.
It's different.
They're hypocrites.
They have beards.
Totally different.
Yeah.
The next one was the Edinburgh Supermajor, Edinburgh, Scotland, and in the UK. 230 players, was a 7-round event. What was there? That's the question. What was there?
What was there? There was a Sister of Battle, 18 Custodes, 5 Admech, 7 Astra Militarum, 5 Grey Knights, and 9 Imperial Knights. Space Marines, there was 26 Adeptus Astartes, 9 Dark Angels, 6 Space Wolves, 15 Blood Angels, 1 Black Templar. Chaos was 11 Chaos Space Marines, 13 T-Suns, 5 Death Guard, 9 World Leaders, 8 Emperor's Children, 15 Demons, and 6 Chaos Knights. Xenos, there's 10 Necrons, 16 Orcs, 10 Tau, 5 Votan. Highbind, there's 12 Tyranids, 1 Gene Stealer Cult. Eldar, there's 7 Drakari, and 5 Eldar. The faction podium was Adeptus Astartes again here at 26, but then Custodes at 18, Orcs behind them at 16, then Demons and Blood Angels tied at 15, and then Thousand Suns behind them at 13. Disposition for the event was 81 Purge the Foe, 61 Taken Hold, 47 Priority Assets, 26 Reconnaissance, and 12 Disruption. The same order there. A bit more of a gap between Taken Hold and Priority this time.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's pretty much it. Apart from that, it's all very similar. I suppose there's a bigger gap between Purge and Taken Hold. One was 154 versus 126 or something, so it's only 30 down. Where this is 20 down, but 80 to 60. So percentile, there's a bigger gap between Purge and the rest at this one. Adeptus Astartes, no surprise there. Custodes coming in second is quite interesting, especially as I think Custodes play a lot of dispositions really well. Funnily enough, they don't play Taken Hold. They don't play Purge the Foe that well, but they play Taken Hold and Priority really strong. And that Might of the Moritoi build was doing extremely well also. And then Orcs, no surprise. Demons and Blood Angels. Demons and Blood Angels is both a surprise to me. And with Demons doing really well, let me see where the top Blood Angel came. 15th. That's not too bad.
Pretty good. It's respectable.
4-1. Didn't even play the whole event. He went 4-1, and like,
wait, what?
That was enough. Not bad.
Okay. It still came in 15th. See?
Not bad at all.
Where's the hard?
Sorry. This is the UK format. So everyone plays 5 rounds, and then they pivot to the top 8. So apologies for the last 2. Or top 4 for the last 2. But yeah, Thousand Suns at 13th. No surprise there at all. Pivoting over to our top 8 brackets. What did we have?
We had another beautiful spread. Adeptus Astartes, there's 2 of those. 1 Dark Angel, 1 Tyranid, 1 Chaos Demon, 1 Tau, 1 Orc, and 1 Necron. Their dispositions were 6 of them were Taken Hold and 2 were Priority Assets.
Wow.
All right. I see a theme there.
Yep. So unlike the previous one where the top 32, arguably it's top 32, but percentile wise, it was less. It was 530 players versus 230 over here. But still
were
7
both Priority Assets Adeptus Astartes, like both of the Priority are.
The list that one was Priority Assets in Dark Angels. That was Adeptus Astartes, and yes, the other one was as well.
Yeah.
So they were both Astartes playing Priority, which I think is a match made in heaven personally. Oh yeah. And if you're playing just generalist Marines, I think Priority Assets is a dreamboat of a disposition for you.
For sure.
If you're playing, yeah, exactly right. You're always going to be able to kill a thing, take an objective. Like it's just kind of built into like a all-comers Marines list. Oh no, I need to kill a thing. I have an army rule that literally says you're dead. I oathed your unit. Enough. We're done here. I don't need to actually fire anything at you.
Points.
Yeah. 7 factions represented in the top 8. Mwah, chef's kiss. So beautiful to see. And a couple of known quantities. I'm happy to see Tyrion is up there. The Demons with their representation makes sense. Tau making it as well. And not the Tau list you would have thought. It was a Kroot hunting pack plus experimental prototype systems. Yeah, so a bit of a brew there, but the player plays Crude Hunting pack as his stock in trade, so he's a bit of a specialist on that. And then Orcs, no surprise. Necrons, no surprise as well. Can I just say, please, Games Workshop, kill Wraiths out of the game. Just take them out of the game. Don't let a Techno join them anymore. Make some of their other stuff sexy. Make Tomb Blades 10 points per model. I don't care. Kill the Wraiths. I want them dead. Gone. I've had enough.
They have such a place.
Going into like a 70 year of playing like Wraiths at every event.
Well, I think with the new Resurrection stuff, it'll be different. Like that will be enough to, I think,
what if we
shake some of the will.
What if we brought back D weapons, Adam? Would that help?
Yes, let my knights on a 6 remove Wraiths. Just like
just bring back. Let's bring back D templates.
Like, you just put 1 foot on half in a part of the unit, and it flips them up into space.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, very interesting bracket disposition, and for the fact that I think, let me just double check. Yeah, so priority assets came first, and it was taken hold for the next 3, then priority assets, and then 3 more taken holds to round out the top 8. But yeah, taken hold seemed to be the easy money, so to speak, but priority assets just had that little bit more in the list that was taken, which we're going to hear on the next slide. So this is the top 4 from the event. Making the finals, Inez Wilson came in first place with Dark Angels, Inner Circle Task Force, and Librarius Conclave playing priority assets, as I mentioned. Tyranids Invasion Fleet took taken hold to second place, also undefeated, so 1 and 2 were undefeated. Demons, Plague Legion, and Warp Tide taken hold. That list is sick. And then lastly, we had that Crude Hunting pack, experimental prototype cadre on taken hold as well. And some really interesting lists here, some brews.
Yeah, the Demon Plague Legion's a pain in the butt, that's for sure. It is a nightmare.
That sounds fun though.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm also a fan of Invasion Fleet, because the fact that it's still one of the better lists is kind of funny.
Invasion Fleet is still fantastic, and the fact it went undefeated probably warrants us having a little unpack here. So I'm going to bounce this one off you, Dustin. You tell me what you think. We've got a Broodlord with 10 Steelers, Hive Tyrant with perfectly adapted, Neuro Tyrant, Red Terror, 2x10 Hormers, Biovore, Exo, Lictor, 2 Norn Emissaries, a Tyrannofex with the Rupture, and 3 Von Ryan's Leapers. So actually quite tall, and only real counter assault and early pressure is the Broodlord. Everything else is like trying to kill big stuff.
Yeah, that's what you do when you run multiple Norns, and you're going to see Norns in so many mid lists now. They're just, especially in Taken Hold, just park one on your expansion. If you really like it's there you go. That's yours. That's yours.
You have taken and held.
You have taken and held now. You're good.
You did the thing.
You're good.
You don't have to walk very far in some of these deployments.
It's true. Yeah. You don't. You can already be on it pretty much in most of them. So, and I mean, the Hormagaunts are great for just going out stealing objectives, because they're 20 OC that can advance and charge. Just get out there really quickly. Yeah. I also love Red Terror. I'm not gonna say busted, because he's not, but he's awesome. I love his utility.
It's very good, and it's a cool model. It's not too good, you know what I mean, quote unquote, too good, but it makes your opponent think. You've got some cool power.
It is often a mistake to charge him in.
Yes, he's better off as a psychological tool, racking you up points.
And he's one of those models, because he can go up in the fight phase. There's so many actions and objectives that you can complete them instantly before your fight phase. So he does the action, then goes away. He could be out in the middle of nowhere, do an action, go away.
I'm going to have a quick look at the demon list as well, which I hear took 3 GUOs. So we've got a Poxbringer with Maggot Maws attached to 10 Plague Bearers, Epidemus with 10 Plague Bearers, and a Sloppity with 10 Plague Bearers. Then he's got, GUO with Droning, GUO with Font of Spores and Rodigus, 6 Nurglings, 1 and 2 Beasts of Nurgle, so a single and a double, 5 Flesh Hounds with some uppy downy, and 2 Skull Cannons to generate a couple of extra Battle Shock tests. So only 30 Plague Bearers, but backed up with 3 Greater Demons, so it's still very thick in 2 different extreme directions. And just forcing innumerable Battle Shock tests, and you're dead kind of a deal. And it was playing Taken Hold. And I can't think of much of a better Taken Hold combination as these two, because how are you going to walk into this taking 2 or 3 battle shock tests at neg whatever? You're not going to take anything off this list. It's going to hold over you with a lot of agency, and then it's just going to kill you in really weird ways. I think it's a sick list.
Do you know what it's not good against, though? Tyranids.
Explain.
Synapse. You get 3 dice for your battle shock.
True.
They're not failing those that often.
It's true. It's true. They can make you take a bunch, and eventually you will fail. But compared to everybody else, you don't give a crap. The other one that's actually quite good against them is Sisters, because you actually just end up using your miracle dice to auto pass the battle shocks, and you don't care, which is kind of cute as well. And plus, there's some I think Sisters over anybody else that I've seen so far has the ability to unbattle shock in more different ways. But you'd have to build for this matchup, which sounds a bit wonky for him. And yeah, that was Edinburgh.
Cool event. Next event we're going to be talking about is the.
No, that's it.
Nope, that's it.
I thought we had one more to talk about.
That's it. I did the stats. I didn't dig enough deep into it.
Well, there's more Warhammer out there, and it's happening. There are right now. Where I think when we mentioned is in that phase of where the organizers, really doing great things out there, hosting these events, are keeping the list flexible until like the very last second for players to be able to edit them and stuff. But if you're out there in the world and you are thinking about running an event the next couple of weeks and you want us to talk about it, make sure you hit us up and make sure we get access to what's going on at your event, because we like to talk about it and like to highlight things happening all around the world. Well, look, that was, but yeah, look, and everybody that tuned in and hung out with us in Tacoma, I really appreciate that. That was a fun time, and it's really cool to see some familiar names in the chat as we were talking about Warhammer and bringing some of that coverage to y'all. Yeah, this segment here, if you made it this far, please, I hope you have already. I invite you to hit the subscribe button. I invite you to check us out on Patreon. I invite you to leave some comments, leave us 5-star reviews. That means a whole lot to us. Every bit of that kind of helps tell the aggregators that other people should be coming and hanging out with us and doing that stuff as well. And now I'm glad you already did that, because this time I was about to get kind of silly. We might even get confrontational. We might have friendships broken, stressed at the least stressed, as we culminate our ranking of the best video games of all time into the best video game of all time.
It's
over how many months? Feels like 6 months. Probably been 3 or 4.
No, it's been more than that.
We have gone through like every genre of video game we could think of, picked our favorites or the best games we think in each genre, knocked them out against each other until we have a top from each genre, and now we're doing all the genres combined into one definitive, unarguable, infallible #1 video game of all time.
And we should mention that we pretty much disqualified like some of the sports games and some of the other genres that just had zero chance and no place here. I'm sorry.
They suck. Like, I don't care how good.
They don't. Some of those are awesome.
They
right?
don't. Not all of them suck, but they don't belong here. I'm sorry.
There was only one game that theoretically could have made it, which is NBA Jam 95, where you could have the big head mod.
The big heads. That's huge.
That's it. That was the only one I would quantify as worthy.
If you had that video game like cabinet in your house, everyone that walked in would be like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would.
All right.
And Matt,
I'm ready. Okay. I feel like doing Theoden's pre-Minas Tirith thing. The spears shall be splintered for Red Day. Anyway.
So we have an odd number. So we have a few like preliminaries to get out first. So we'll start with those. A Link to the Past, Zelda versus Mega Man.
Why is this preliminary? What are we trying to do?
It's preliminaries because there's 11 of them in here, so we need to just.
Mega Man.
The lower ones got ranked against each other, and then they're getting seeded into.
Which Mega Man?
Sorry, which Zelda was this?
Link to the Past.
Mega Man.
I hate both of you. But I'm not
That's just the wrong one to go up against Mega Man.
I have Link to the Past as like the 3rd or 4th best Zelda game.
Really?
Ocarina and Breath of the Wild I have is like.
I mean, I love both of those, so either way,
yeah. Not beating Mega Man, sorry.
Again, these are the lower seeds because they're the ones that didn't win all of theirs like 3-0. So this is the crazy part. But Baldur's Gate 3 versus Heroes of Might and Magic 3.
Oh,
Believe it to be Heroes of Might and Magic 3.
I'm going Baldur's Gate
because it benefits. Baldur's Gate 3 definitely benefits from 30 years of advancement in video game technology.
It does.
But I don't know anybody who didn't just absolutely pour in probably more hours into Heroes of Might and Magic.
Heroes of Might and Magic 3 has gotten so many remakes and so many HD stuff. It keeps going.
Yeah. You have to take a recency bias into account. Like Baldur's Gate came out recently, the best game of the year for the year of its release. Yeah. I'm not sure those awards existed at the time of Heroes of Might and Magic.
2 games come out a year now. It's like it was definitely better than the other major release. So I'm saying it's good too. By the way, it's very good.
And I'm going for Baldur's Gate. I won't be brokenhearted. However you go, Dustin.
I love Baldur's Gate 3, and it does deserve to go forward, but bias. Like time bias, Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Yeah, I've put more hours into that than Baldur's Gate by a long shot. Even if I had it at the same time, I think. So I'm going to go with Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Sorry.
I do love Baldur's Gate. Like
I love Baldur's Gate. It's absolutely an incredible game. Absolutely incredible game. But we're older, so.
All right.
Golden Axe versus Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, what? Why do you hurt me like this?
It's not even. It can't carry anything for Final.
Golden Axe won the side scroller combat.
Won the side
for a good reason. It was the peak
against Final Fantasy 7. Like, is this really a conversation?
No, it's not. Final Fantasy 7.
This is probably going to be the only.
Sorry, Golden Axe. I mean, like
Yeah, you don't.
I didn't do this to you, Golden Axe.
It's going to be the only 3-0 of this.
Dustin did it to you.
I did. No, I did. The seeding did.
For you and your little brother or your mate playing for 20 minutes at an arcade, Golden Axe is peak. Only Time Crisis, in my opinion, is as quality at 20 minutes. However, Final Fantasy 7,
I don't know. I love
no competition in that debate.
All right, here we go. On to the juice of it now. Now we're up to the top 8 seeds. StarCraft 2 versus Mega Man.
StarCraft 2 versus Mega Man.
Yeah. This one is easy for me. I think it is StarCraft 2.
It's not easy for me, but
it's not easy for me either because if you look at the phenomenon that StarCraft became on like the competition circuit and like launched platforms and careers, like Mega Man has not done that as far as I know.
Yeah.
Other than the animators and writers of Mega Man, like that's so I unfortunately with a heavy heart I have to say StarCraft 2.
I will also say, and throwing it out there, as for RTS first player experiences, I do believe StarCraft 2 is untouchable as the best single player campaign of any RTS.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Yep, but yeah, I'm giving Mega Man the vote, but StarCraft.
I think that's deserved, but yeah, StarCraft.
Mega Man deserves the vote.
Oh, for sure. Oh, that was a tough one.
All right, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 versus Alien Isolation. I already know what.
I mean, it's definitely Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Yeah, you cannot like the
Alien Isolation
of characters that you can get. The fact that it was also very familiar, like a lot of your Street Fighter moves worked in the Marvel vs. Capcom. Like
I learned some of my characters.
Yeah.
Adam,
it's one of the it's the peak of the arcade fighting game genre.
Yeah,
bar none. Yeah. Bar none. I used to see queues, goddamn queues, and everyone just racking up their dollars for next.
And everyone could play a different character. Like you could unembarrassingly have a full main. Like
one R-side playing Magneto plus Wolverine would just like freaking rip 20 dudes in a row, doing this exactly the same knock you into the air combo. It's marvelous.
But you could unapologetically have like everyone could have their own main, and you didn't have to overlap, and it was still feasible.
I'm putting a vote on Alien Isolation there.
That's fair. I can respect that. But yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom is definitely going through. All right. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 versus Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike
is just so niche.
How dare you?
Sorry, but if Heroes of Might and Magic 3 beats Baldur's Gate 3, it's beating Counter-Strike for me too.
How dare either of you? It's like essentially esports exist because of Counter-Strike.
No, esports exist because of StarCraft. You shut up.
No. No, take it back. Take it back. Wait, did Counter-Strike predates? Counter-Strike predates? No, it doesn't predate StarCraft.
No, it doesn't. What?
It doesn't. No. I got it confused with Warcraft 3. Sorry. Yeah, CS is my pick. CS is my go.
Paul?
No, it's definitely Might and Magic.
Might and Magic.
I hate and despise you both.
I'm sorry, but if this beats Baldur's Gate 3, it beats Counter-Strike hands down.
I don't know that Counter-Strike is over. I think the people that love it. And,
oh yeah,
and
for sure. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's a great game. It's here for a reason.
For the same reasons you talked about StarCraft 2's impact, I will tell you about Counter-Strike's impact. Counter-Strike wasn't even a game. It was a freaking mod on Half-Life that became its own goddamn genre, the peak of its own goddamn genre. Like, it wasn't even supposed to be an FPS. There was a mod to have some fun with some mates, and became a genre and a mountain unto itself. That's
a cool story.
Today.
Cool story.
Maybe you should have brought it up before we voted.
That's still not as good as Here's My Magic, though. That's just not, All right.
This one's for you, Dustin.
This
one's for you, Dustin.
Yeah, both of them? Okay, cool.
No, one's for each of you.
No, that's fine, I guess.
Last
one of this round is Minecraft versus Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, it's Final Fantasy VII. Come on.
Look, I will make the same statement that I just said about CS. Everything I just said about CS, you can say about Minecraft. It is a game that has captured an entire generation, that has overperformed for what it is, beyond everything, because of the engageability, usability, viability, all these things. And like StarCraft, but no. Final Fantasy VII, just freaking 3 points on it, baby. Let's go.
I mean, we're talking actual like content. Like, if I want to be my own producer, I would also like make my own best video game, and you can do that in Minecraft. But the best game is Final Fantasy VII.
So 3-0
Final Fantasy VII, 3-0. Yeah, we are the wrong generation, I believe, to give Minecraft its due. But even if we did, it can.
Well, even at the time, I know we put Minecraft at the top, but like now most kids play, I believe, Roblox.
Yeah,
I mean,
but Roblox wouldn't exist without Minecraft.
Where's the Minecraft soundtrack? You know, you talk about the soundtrack from Final Fantasy VII, iconic. I don't know one song from Minecraft. Thank you very much. Tongue in cheek.
There has to be something from the movie they were missing.
GTA got beat up by Minecraft. KR didn't make it to the finals.
KR's laid it into us.
GTA's not a real game.
GTA's pretty good.
Dang.
All right, semifinals: StarCraft 2 versus Marvel vs. Capcom 2. StarCraft 2 for me.
I'm going StarCraft 2.
I got to give Marvel the vote, but I do understand.
Just the longevity, replayability, no real single player enjoyment from Marvel vs. Capcom, despite having like extreme high level like multiplayer amazingness in 1v1s. But StarCraft 2 has gone beyond all of this.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's only like one or two quotes that survive from the Marvel versus Capcom, whereas everyone can probably tell you all the high beats from the story of StarCraft 2 in any conversation.
That story is incredible. It's so good. All right, the other semifinal, Heroes of Might and Magic 3, who has beaten out some titans, is now up against Final Fantasy 7.
And going further, in my opinion, Final Fantasy 7.
Sorry, Might and Magic.
No, Might and Magic's getting my vote.
You were great.
It is not getting 3-0'd.
No, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, Final Fantasy 7 deserves it.
Okay, this is it. We have gotten here, guys. The championship round of the best video game of all time is between StarCraft 2 and Final Fantasy 7. And let's take a moment, because this is actually pretty well deserved. I think this is, as far as the final goes, this makes sense. I don't know.
Pretty epic.
Final Fantasy 7, but whatever.
So the only honorable mention I'll throw out is that Red Dead 2 did not get anywhere near as deep as I wanted it to, because these two SOBs.
Red Dead.
That's my honorable mention for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Some that didn't make it, like Super Mario Brothers, should be
here.
Yeah,
correct. Yep.
Zelda,
yeah. Something got beat up by Mega Man, guys. That's your fault.
Overwatch.
Mega Man's awesome.
Yes.
Got shut out by y'all.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a single MOBA up here. Like, there's no Heroes of the Storm, Dota 2.
I'm sure the Storm kind of came and died pretty quickly, but it would be League or Dota 2, right?
It'd be League or Dota 2, yeah, correct. we left a lot of wreckage in our past.
No, there
and
is
some very hurt feelings.
We have still got a very respectable and probably the two that might make it.
I see. The thing is, I don't mind which one of these wins as well.
To be honest, I thought it would be StarCraft 2 and Baldur's Gate 3. I'm not gonna lie.
So if I had to punt, it would.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
I don't know how you guys
be bracketing sometimes though.
Yeah. I'm giving my vote to StarCraft 2.
It hurts my feelings. Final Fantasy 7.
That hurts my feelings quite a lot.
It is unquestionably, without a doubt, StarCraft 2.
Dang.
Not even close.
Just not
even. I even voted for StarCraft, and I wasn't happy to hear that.
I think you're switches on how to build up your base is getting in the way of the storyline content that has simply redefined.
It's getting in the way of all my fetch quests in a single player game on the PlayStation 1. Yeah, it was great. I'm sorry, I don't like Final Fantasy 7. I don't. It's a great game.
Well, there you go.
Great story. I don't like
rigged. No, it's not. No, it's
so I will back that. Like, there's only, I think, maybe one mission in all of StarCraft 2 I didn't love, but there was decent chunks of Final Fantasy 7 playing through it for the first time as a child.
Yeah,
where I was like,
the random encounters. Yeah, you're just
tedious,
sucked into some of the stuff.
And my second playthrough, when I earned that golden chocobo, I was like, yeah, I've made it. And then I was like, oh, okay, what do I do now?
But that's a hallmark of the games at the time. Like, you needed to get your stuff to advance your characters. And that was not a factor of the type of game that StarCraft 2 is. You progress through the story, and you just got given stuff as you progress through the story. So
you unlocked stuff. You didn't play the StarCraft 2 campaign, did you, Paul?
Yeah.
Yes. You could easily
because you did actually progress with some stuff. That you got new units. You got to pick some of this stuff. Tell us.
I'm sorry. I must have just gotten them all.
Without telling us you didn't play the campaign, Paul. How about that?
To the point of Final Fantasy 7 that Paul's getting at, you could go entire run throughs without getting the material you needed that would have made things so much easier. Or not finding Ifrit, for example, or whatever the crap of the other one was.
Not defeating the giant titans and that kind of stuff.
But you got to do that fetch quest every time.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But that's what he's talking about. Like, nothing was ever handed to you in those kind of games. And
that's the basis of a JRPG, right? Like, all finding stuff, and exploration, which is good. And it was a great game. I still think 6 is better, but
the story at the end. At the end of both parts, the major beats at the end of both parts are just so impactful and moving, and I think still you remember them. Do you remember your first time you saw it? Kind of
what the one winner in Angel Sephiroth and stuff like that in Geneva and things. I mean, this is one reason that I voted for StarCraft over Final Fantasy 7. If someone sat down with me and told me to explain the ending of both genres, do you know how many words it would take me to explain the ending of Final Fantasy 7?
Yeah.
Memory loss, amnesia, time travel, freaking upside downy, inside outy. Essentially, an Akira pops up. They got to deal with that.
This is his good energy. This is the bad energy.
It turns out he was your best mate, but he's not your best mate. He's hiding in the center of the world, and now he's in space. And Final Fantasy 7 is like, turns out the humans were the bad guys all along, and we sorted them out. Good times. Saved the Zerg.
That's not inaccurate.
Look at what I just,
she's right. He's out of line, but he's right.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Well, there it is.
What a journey.
What a journey.
There
StarCraft
we
2, that's
are. Hard fought, well deserved to the winner. Give a round of applause. Let us know in the comments what you would have chosen if you were voting.
We're going to
play it along. Maybe you have several other brackets that you'd like to share with us in the comments.
Just so we're clear, let's go through all three of us and just name our favorite game of all time. Personal favorite game.
No, I think we hit him.
No, your personal favorite.
Your personal favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. Final Fantasy 7. Just like
it didn't make that clear already.
Because the actual winner of this show is whichever guest got their favorite game to the top of the closer to the top of the list.
Also my favorites like Super Mario Brothers, like for real, Mega Man, very high out there. Zelda, there's several Zeldas. Metroid, is also there. Like, and I even count Super Metroid because like the most faithful retelling of the original Metroid kind of thing. Like Like those are my favorite games.
What's your number one of all time, Dustin?
I thought I made it clear on this show many times, but it's Mass Effect 2.
Yeah. How close did Mass Effect get?
Shut up. That's your fault, not mine.
That
is your fault, not
It's
mine.
okay. Mine didn't even make the top anything, which is Diablo 2. Like, so I don't know which one of us.
Everything we
I don't know which
described
one
is
of
so
us
good.
was the bigger loser here, Dustin, but it's apparent that Paul won the entire Fuego. 6 months of work just for Paul to win. So we fucked up.
No, I don't think. I think of the ones we actually talked about, there are no losers, because I like all the games you just mentioned. Like some portion, a memorable portion of time has been spent being entertained by those games.
If we're talking about how much time we actually put into a game, like hours-wise, StarCraft 2 is by far my highest.
There you go. Mine is Diablo 2 or WoW, and I'm not going to say WoW because
don't say WoW.
No, I'm not going to say WoW. Just the time, the literal time black hole.
The black hole.
World of Warcraft.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
well, thank y'all for coming with us on this journey. It's been a pleasure. I've loved reminiscing, and of course a little bit of banter about the games, but it has been fun to remember those times, and the high points, the low points, the beating your head against the wall with even like, come on, Resident Evil,
dude, yeah.
Silent Hill, Resident Evil didn't get very solid on this, but I think we all been terrified, But anyway, it's been a fun thing. We're gonna have to do something next, but we'll have a few weeks of some traditional Fuegos. So if you got any ideas or comments of those, let us know. That's our show this week, and I promise we're going to get back to the normal fare pretty soon. But this is a fun look back at what was, and now there's been some new content, from Games Workshop coming out. It's going to influence builds and lists and things like that. So really curious to see what people land on. More point changes, man.
Yeah, a month from now it's going to happen again as well. So strap yourselves in. And mind you, I will say, like, the game's pretty good. Even before the points changes, the game was pretty damn good at the moment.
Oh yeah, it was incredible, and they did a really good job with the update. Like, let's be real, they actually did a great job with it. I love pretty much everything that's in there.
I've played.
You'll love it, but it's good.
I've played 40K during the launch month of each edition from 5th edition until now, and this is a S tier with nothing in A tier. That's how much better this launch month has been compared to the rest. So
rocking and rolling. All right, we'll see y'all next week, everybody. Stay safe out there.
See ya.
Bye.